So I know that most of you, if not all of you, have heard of a nebulizer, and majority have probably used one a time or two in your lives. But I know that at least around where I live, it's very, very common for doctors to hand out nebulizers and not really give you much instruction on them. And there is a right way to use a nebulizer. So I wanted to show that to you. Now, here I have one. I know that a lot of them look a little bit different, but here you have the mechanism that you put the medication in. You can take the top off of this, but I don't recommend doing that. And the reason is because it can contaminate it. So I like to just get the medicine and just put it right down into that hole. Okay. Now, the inside of this is actually what's going to cause the medicine to nebulize. So it's going to be taking your medicine from a liquid into a mist, and it actually creates a very specific particle size so that that medication can make its way into your lungs and into the smallest part of your lungs. So it's actually very cool that it does that. Now, for the mouthpiece, I know that some people use masks. I always say use the mouthpiece if you can, if you don't have a problem with it. And that's because you're going to get more of the medicine down where it needs to go if you're only breathing through your mouth. Because if you're breathing it through your nose, it's got a lot more, it's harder for it to travel to where it needs to go. So this is just like a straight shot where you should be getting the medicine. Also, I know a lot of people will take off this part and just kind of throw it away because it gets on their nerves. If your nebulizer comes with one of these, you do want to use it, and I'm going to tell you why. So it has the bore tubing here. There's actually a reason for that, and that is because when you exhale through the mouthpiece, because you're going to be inhaling through the mouthpiece and exhaling through the mouthpiece, you're exhaling through here. Well, what it actually does is it actually traps it so that you can breathe some of that back in. So you're, once again, you're going to be getting more of the medicine when you use this. Now, the reason I like to say that is because I feel like you pay a lot of money for this medicine, you use it often for your bronchoconstriction, you might as well get every single bit of it that you can. Okay. That's just the way I feel, but to each their own on that. So, this is what it will look like. Now, once you turn it on, of course, it will start misting. So, you'll put the mouthpiece in your mouth, and about every 3 breaths, you want to take a deep inhale in and blow it back out, of course, through this mouthpiece. So I'm going to demonstrate without actually turning it on or taking any medicine. So you'll just breathe normally at first. On my 3rd breath, I'm going to breathe from my stomach here, deep breath in. Now I'm going to hold my breath for 10 seconds. Then exhale it back through here. And just continue that way. So this stays in your mouth. You breathe normal, and then every 3rd breath, take that deep inhale, count to 10, and blow it out through here. Now you want to take it until it's all the way done, okay? If you're going to be reusing it at some point, what you can do is get some warm soapy water, and I just get a little Tupperware dish and fill it up with warm soapy water. And then you can take this apart, and you can take it apart, but you just need to be really careful that you don't mess with that middle part too much because, they can break pretty easily. So you just rinse them in the warm soapy water, real gentle, then rinse them with regular water and then let them air dry. Very important that they air dry. And make sure that they're dry before you put it all back together, okay? So there you have it. I'm hoping that you learned a little bit from that demonstration so that you can maximize your medication at home too.